girls, welcome back to my channel. And you know how it is on this channel, it's not all about the fun, we're also going to educate you guys. So today what I'm going to be talking about the PCOS. I'm sure a lot of people are going through this, so if you feel like you'd like to know more about this, stick with us. Okay, so you know this video is all about PCOS. I did not want to come and start talking about it, even if I know about it. I don't want to come and start talking about it. Let it not be like I'm saying stuff I just know. I want someone that has actually gone through this to actually tell you guys so that you can hear it from the horse's mouth. You get, yeah. If you guys follow my videos, you already know her from my birthday vlog. Yeah, I would allow her introduce herself, but before I allow her, you guys need to watch this video because we finished shooting this video and I don't know what happened. It did not save like you guys, but because I love you guys so much and you must hear this information, so we're doing it again. So yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Kenneth and that's all.
Her name is Queen. She's my friend, and so before she starts speaking, PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. That's the full meaning, and it's just a situation whereby one of your hormones is not balanced, and then it goes ahead to like tamper with your ovaries and causes it to start acting up. So yeah, she's going to like tell you guys her own personal experience. So yeah, let's hear her.
Okay, so normally I've always had irregular period, and it's sometimes it doesn't come out at all, sometimes it comes out twice in a month. Twice in a month is normal, so sometimes it comes out twice in a month and sometimes it doesn't come out at all. Like I could go for an entire month without seeing my period again. And normally I wouldn't be alarmed because I mean, as long as you're sure that you're not pregnant, there is no cause for alarm really.
Yeah, you know, most times it's just most people just see all this period stuff like just revolves around pregnancy. Like I'm not pregnant, okay, my period will still come out. Do you understand? So you are sure it will come out because you're not pregnant. What else? What can it be?
What can it be? So I've really not be alarmed if I doesn't.
Yes.
If I don't see it, I'll really not be alarmed. But then the whole thing is where getting was around last year, September, when, as usual, it's there coming out. Is there misbehaving? Is there acting like it used to act? Like so.
So sorry, meaning that July it was normal, like very normal.
Yeah, before now. Okay, let me not say before now.
Before September.
July it was normal.
Yeah.
Because I can't really vouch for other months.
How about August?
August it was normal.
Okay.
So it was that September that it started misbehaving. It started coming out like spotting. It wasn't coming out so much. It's just coming out like very little. I will change my pad based on convenience and not that I have to like
because like it was not full.
Yeah, you want to change your pad because it's actually full. It wouldn't get full, so I'll just change because of convenience. But I was noticing that it wasn't stopping. Like it was just coming. 1 week became 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. At first, I'm like, okay. I mean, I know that it's been irregular. Okay, I think I've had this type of thing happen to me before. I think
yes,
years
2019. Right?
Can I even remember if
it was 2019?
It was years back, and I went to a pharmacy and the lady prescribed a supplement for me. I can't remember the name of that supplement.
There's not even name before they also I said something.
So I'm like trying to say I can't remember the name because if I remember the name, probably I would have gone to go and get it last year when it said again. But then I can't remember the name, and once I said again that supplement, the whole thing went back to normal. But then it said again last year, and I wasn't really alarmed at first because okay, this is not.
Now, you know, like you now personally, you don't see stuff like you don't take a lot of things too serious. So you might just feel like there's nothing there. Do you understand?
Yeah. So like it was just one of those days or one of those things that would just occur. But then, okay, when this whole thing was happening, I wasn't even telling so many people about it. I wasn't telling my family about it. I didn't come out to my family with the challenges I was going through because there's always a
There's
stigma,
a
and
thing.
that there's always there's just a
Just
thing.
imagine you just go and tell somebody now that, hey, I'm seeing my period, or I'm not seeing my period. Wait till you go do.
You don't carry
You don't carry belle. You do abortion, they do rubbish. Like it's always around
it
abortion. Like everything. That's what some people need to understand. Everything feminine, everything about your body, everything about blood is not about abortion. Like you guys should be
there are a lot of things that could be causing it.
Yeah.
It really has nothing to do with pregnancy or going to a quack doctor or maybe being too sexually active. Because the people will say maybe you don't go meet one, you don't carry jadi. So it could actually just be hormones, which was what was happening to me. But then when you said that, I wasn't certain it was hormones. I was just like, what could it be? I first went to after taking counsel from my friends because it always starts
tell
with
them I'm a
friends.
mom now. You will just say friends. You may not call my name. Yeah, continue.
People know it always starts with friends. Like friends are always the first people that how far so what's happening to me, or they will tell you their own what could it be. Like one of my friends told me that maybe I was becoming a woman with issue of blood.
Just speak out yourself.
I was becoming a woman with issue of blood, and then I had to go to the health center though. I went to the health center.
So
first.
sorry to just be like this stuff happened September, October, November.
December.
When did you? I want to know like when you actually went to health center. I want them to know because I already know.
I went to the health center in October. Yeah, I went to the health center in October, and the doctor I saw, she was like, okay, that before we go to the hormones part of it, because she's not a specialist. That's the first thing I should address. She's just a general practitioner. So she was like, before we go to the hormones, let's be sure that we are not dealing with something else, something like fibroid or cancer or whatever, I don't know. But let's just be sure that it's actually hormones.
Yeah.
So she told me to do a scan, and
How much was the scan?
the scan is just like 3K. It's not expensive. A pelvic scan, so it's a normal scan. Even why I went into the scan, the guy that was doing it told me that from his machine,
Okay,
not experience. They will always put it and then it's showing somewhere. So he was like, from what he can see, that my period is irregular and my eggs they were hanging like grapefruit. When
Sorry, anytime you say grapefruit, I'll imagine it like actually grapefruits, like they're hanging.
Yeah, so it's when the egg mature. People forgive me, I'm not a
Yeah, they know now. You're just the experience. Are
I'm
you
not-
a doctor? Are you a
I'm
medical student?
doctor. But then when the eggs mature, when they don't get fertilized, that's when they release the blood, and then they go back to normal, and then they mature again. They don't get
But
fertilized.
this one, they were just there.
They were just there. They were not increasing. They were not going back. They were just there. Yes. So she was like, she then told me she prescribed a drug for me, or some drugs, because part of the drugs were supplements like cod liver oil, vitamins, and an antibiotic. Yeah. So she told me that she's not promising me that these drugs are going to like stop what I was going through, but she wanted the bleeding to actually cease. That was her primary aim. Like, okay, let the bleeding stop. It's depressing.
It's kind of funny. Like that her aim was for the bleeding to stop without stopping. Okay, you said she made you aware that it was just for the bleeding to stop. That means you can still. She's basically telling you like you can still go further and find out about this thing, but this will make it okay.
Just
for you to have your
for you
sanity.
to
Because imagine like
constantly bleeding.
you imagine when you're on your period, you're always like, for some people, almost everybody, you'll be cranky, you'll be feeling bad, Then imagine you know this is not period and you are bleeding every second. Like this is not like something that you know after 5 days, 4 days it will stop. You are bleeding just a bleed ago.
Just ago. Coupled with your life challenges, like almost I can remember just telling people I was going through midlife crisis, because that has to be midlife crisis
It's
when you're
depressing.
thinking about other challenges in your life and you're bleeding.
Like there are so many things to think about. How will you have money,
how will you
more
have
money?
money? How will you be independent?
Your career
Your career, like people will come and ask you how far na wetin you dey do. You don even husband sef you don marry.
you don't get husband. Like there are so many things that you be thinking
That's
about.
the thing that you're thinking about, and then you're now bleeding on top of everything. It's like, which one?
It's
Seriously,
like
choose
you
a.
are multiplying your issues.
So it was crazy. And then she gave me the drug. I came home and I started the medication. And then it stopped for like 5 days or a week. And then it started again. I mean, the way it even came, I can't tell the story here, but then no, okay.
Continue.
So he came back. He was so depressed. I mean, the moment I saw the blood again, I think I actually cried. I legit cried, because like, why? When you
Now
think
you were
like,
relieved, like okay, I'm probably okay now.
and then he's back again, like, why?
Exactly what I said when you told me again, like
And
again.
then from this my whole journey, it's always like, whenever you're telling somebody about the story, maybe if they were with you from the start, and then you tell them, okay, see what I'm going through, and then, okay, I've gone to the hospital and they're giving me something to stop it, and then a few weeks again you're back, I'm still bleeding, then how far now? And then I'm still like, I feel like the story was crazy. PCOS, it's like a monster. It comes in various forms. It comes in various ways. It doesn't have a definitive pattern of showcasing
Yeah, because
itself.
like people are different. I feel
Yeah,
it's be
it's-
different in everybody.
It just comes in different ways. But then it's crazy. It's a crazy experience. And then when it came back again, I like, what the fuck, man? Like, I just had to calm down first and then think of what to do, because at this point, seeing this period, I'm not comfortable with it. The only good thing that I could say about this period, with that
There was a
period,
good thing.
was that I wasn't having pain
Okay, yeah.
and the blood wasn't heavy,
Okay.
so I can go out without the fear of getting stained. So it was like, that was like the only upside to it. If I want to compare, because I'm on the outside of it now, looking
No,
at the
don't
whole
tell them.
story.
Just finish, continue the
Okay,
story.
so
Don't cast the gist.
okay, so when he came back, I had to like open up to my family, because they actually didn't know about it. I was too embarrassed to like tell them about it. Like,
It's not
guy.
HIV. Like you guys, not HIV. This is not a deadly something. So if you're watching this still, you know someone, tell them, be open about it, talk about it.
Don't be under pressure, though. Don't mind that. But then it's always best to like tell the people who care about you, because sometimes I wish I never even went to the hospital, to be honest with you. Like, those people frustrated me. Okay, so after
No, don't say you wish you did not go. You wish you did not go to that particular one you went to first.
yeah, that's true. I went after the bleeding started again. Like, after I went to the health center and taking the drugs that the doctor prescribed, and then it stopped, and then it started again. I had to like give it time, and then I started the journey again to the hospital.
That was
This
when.
was after opening up to my family on December 28th. I felt like I had to, because there was no way I was going to start a new year bleeding.
Negativity inside 2020.
It's like,
God forbid.
when you're trying to like
Move
be
forward.
like new year, new me,
positive.
be positive with a positive mindset
And be happy.
to get.
Be optimistic. You not carry issue of blood.
Then you want to, how, like, it wasn't going well at all. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the hospital and get this done, get this sorted out. Like, I was ready for them. At this point, I went to the hospital fully ready, Like I had money, and even if the money I was having wasn't going to like cover the cost of the test I had to run, I was going to get support to like get it done.
Yeah.
This was as at December 28th. But those hospital people, they wanted to use me, but it was not me they used, it was their father. So I went, and I had to see like a general practitioner first, and then they referred me to like the gynecologist. The first doctor, she said she prescribed some tests for me to run, which was also this PCOS and one other one I didn't really look at. But she was like,
PCOS or that perhaps.
I think it was pap smear. So yeah, the both of them.
Okay.
She told me that I should do both of them, but she was like I shouldn't do it yet. That look, she was like I should just hold on and get the go ahead from the gynecologist before I go and actually get it done. So when she referred me to the gynecologist, all in the same hospital together. So I paid to see the gynecology, and I went, and they asked a bunch of questions, and if we were having symptoms like the excessive hair growth and all those shit. So the guy then said he has to like consult with a specialist first before he would finalize on his findings. After the whole thing, he then told me that I should just get a drug. He prescribed the drug for me to get, and then told me I should take the drug for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At the end of the 2 weeks, I'll do a scan and come back. I did just that, and when I said taking the drug, I think I said the drug on 29th. It actually stopped. The blood actually stopped. But when it was after,
like we're relieved at that moment.
yes. And then do you get when the fact that this guy didn't even tell me to like run those tests anymore was even a bigger relief. But I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why we Nigerians, I don't feel like it's a Nigerian thing, or I don't know, maybe, but I don't feel like we just get so scared to run tests.
You know, a lot is it a Nigerian thing? Maybe, I don't know, but you know, sometimes people are just scared to know the truth.
Yes.
Like you prefer wait, I don't know, no, go kill me. I think I just did.
So you were like, I was actually relieved when he didn't tell me like, okay, you have to go and do this test, you have to go and do that test, you have to do this, you have to do that. He just straight up prescribed the drug and told me to do a scan, which was very easy. Then at the end of the 2 weeks, the blood started coming up again, and it was
after
actually
the 2 weeks.
Yes, at the end of the 2 weeks, not even after, like in
2 weeks or
we're approaching 2 weeks. Let me say Wednesday was going to make it 2 weeks, like on Saturday of that week.
The previous week.
Yes, of the previous week. Because Sunday is a new week. On Saturday the blood already started coming out. But it wasn't coming out heavy, it was coming out as usual. Like it was before. And there was no pain. It was just coming little. Then on Wednesday when I stopped the drug and I went to the hospital with the scan I had done, these hospital people then took my file to like a different doctor, which was crazy. But like I was back to the beginning. I was back to.
But that's the funny thing. Like, why did they do that? Like, is it that they did not know? I just don't know how to explain. Is it that they did not know that you were supposed to meet this second person you met now? What was actually going on in their head? Or they just wanted to just do tests or like do scan, like meet anybody?
They just they run it like a clinic.
Yeah.
So they have the gynecologists that are going to be seeing patients.
Yeah.
So when you come, they take your folder and they just distribute it to the different gynecologists. They don't actually take the effort to like, okay, you saw this doctor, you go back to this doctor for a follow-up. So it's just like every time you come, your file is going to go in a mix. Whoever it lands.
That means if you don't finish at that moment, like that person doesn't, your problem is not done. You are starting afresh
again with a different one. But then there are going to be reports in the file. Okay. But then you get not one doctor's opinion is going to differ from the next. So this lady I was seeing, her own opinion, the first one I saw was a man. Yeah. And you know, men are men, they don't really have that much. Even if he's a gynecologist, he doesn't fully understand a woman's body. I feel like women are going to
just understand it. He's not like he doesn't understand.
He does,
but he's not. I feel like a woman will know it better.
We know it better, yeah. A woman is living it.
Yes.
He's just
he's
learning about it.
Yeah.
So the woman now, she was actually concerned. I feel like she, she's a woman, she could feel the pain I was going through. So she was like, no, you have to get the test done, and you have to be sure that this is what's wrong. Like, you actually have to get the test done.
Yeah.
So there was no follow up. There was no, okay, what has this drug done for you? How far with the drug that you're taking? Just stop the drug and go back to the test. And then I was so frustrated. Like, when I came prepared, I also asked to do any test. And then when I'm like, okay, I'm free of this, I'm just going for a follow up.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me to go and start doing tests worth over 30K. Like, it was actually crazy. Maybe 30K is not a lot to some people, but
like the thing is that anything about money just depends on the timing. If it had been now, you would not be here shouting, like saying the 30K was anything. But as at that time you did not have it, so it was big.
Yeah, so I wasn't even, apart from I didn't have it, I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't expecting to hear such. Like, I wasn't
mentally said you were not ready.
I wasn't ready in any way. Like, if I was going to hospital with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to go there and I'm going to probably prescribe a test for me to run, I'd have made preparations for that.
Yeah.
But now I'm just going for a follow-up. Like, and then you're now putting bill in my face. I was so pissed, and I said I wasn't going back to that hospital because you can't be. It's not organized. It was crazy. It was frustrating. It was all manner of things compared with the blood I was going through. Like, seeing your period makes everything worse, especially when you see your period for like months.
Will you even actually call it period? Because this is like heavy and like bleeding.
And then after I finished taking that drug, that because she told me to stop, I came back. That's when the PCOS, when the whole thing, let me not call it PCOS. That's when the thing came with
full force.
It didn't come with, it's either you die or I die. One of us has to go. Like, I'm here to destroy you. It came was like, when I meant, like, I at this point I was tired of telling people about it. I was tired of even, I could not, like, bringing myself to even talk about the situation was depressing. It was making me cry. I was in the worst possible shape. I was going through full-time midlife crisis, like, no shit. And then even when I'll be like, okay, fine, let me go and do the test, let me know, my support system will be like, nah, just have faith. Like, I already sold faith for this thing.
Did you have faith?
At this point, faith is relative. I mean, you can't say what, I don't even know what to tell you. You can't be bleeding like that and you'll be asking someone if you have faith. I've been bleeding since, I've been having faith since.
And you know, like, it's not just about telling me to have faith. Do you understand? Faith without work is nothing.
Yeah.
So I need money to take care of my life. You know, enough money to like be really okay. But the truth is, even if you have so much money, you'll be depressed. Because it's not funny.
It wasn't really about money though. It was just about bleeding. Like,
and were you just bleeding like this time around?
The second one came with. The second one came very heavy. Like, when I mean heavy, I mean so heavy that I was doing 5 parts in a day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I couldn't go out of the house without being scared.
Like, when you know it's not that you gave birth, you are changing 5 parts. Why?
Like, I cannot leave the house without being scared of.
Could you even leave the house?
Could I even leave the house? I was in pain. Like, it came with serious. When I mean cramps, I was having so much cramp that pain relief wasn't working. Pain relief wasn't believing. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do.
You even abused pain
relief because I was taking it back to back, and I think the first time I was having the pain, I took it, and then the second day I went to get it. Like, are you still having that pain? Like, because normally, period pain, when it comes the first day, comes the second day, it's supposed to like just stop. Normally though, I've always been that person too that wasn't have that doesn't
you don't really have just all those slight small
pains. Sometimes I see my period, like,
nobody will even notice you're on your period because you are not acting anyway.
No heavy flow. It's always very light.
Then look at the switch.
Like, I was depressed, man. I was just bedridden.
And why this one seems really weird is like, you know, you've been seeing other times, like the first part of the whole PCOS age, Then now it now came not only with full force, it's now painful. Unbearable pain. Like, who did you offend? That would be what would be on your mind. Like, what did I do?
Even if I did something like, please don't forgive me at this point. Don't forgive me at this point. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. Like, I won't sin anymore. So yeah, so I just had to. I could bear. I feel like I could bear seeing the period, the blood, but I couldn't bear the heavy bleeding and the pain.
Yeah.
So when it persisted, I was like, nah, I have to do the test. I really have to. So I went to do it, and the next day, after doing the test, the next day, the whole thing stopped. I think like it's actually messing with me.
No, like I feel like already the drugs you took
Was working.
they were working.
What I was thinking is, I stopped taking the drug on the Wednesday, and I've been bleeding before the Wednesday. But when I stopped taking the drug on Wednesday, that's when it started working. So from that Wednesday to when it stopped, it was like a new circle.
Yeah.
That just came out for longer than it should, but eventually stopped. Yeah. That was how it just stopped. I felt it was actually, the drug actually worked. It's just I was overwhelmed. The woman threw me off balance. If probably I had met the previous doctor, he would have told me to okay, relax and let it stay. So the woman just threw me off balance, and yeah, nevertheless, I don't regret doing it. The stigma behind this whole thing is crazy because you're like, why are you even ashamed to talk about it?
Do you understand?
Why do you
But I just feel
embarrassed?
like sometimes because of the whole stuff that surrounds it, like the whole suspicions
Sure.
from people.
Exactly.
That's
like,
why people are not comfortable enough to talk about it, because you don't want anybody to tell you that you did abortion. Some people might tell you something really funny, like maybe you've done 6 abortions before. That's why this thing is happening.
Another thing that was actually going through my mind. Honestly, the abortion thing wasn't even the first that went through my mind when I thought about not telling them. It's more like this has to do with your like
Sexual.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, you are feeling okay. It's true that you feel like maybe they'll be like, who did you sleep with?
oh, yeah.
Or you are sleeping with people.
And then why don't you go to them to like give you money to go and sort yourself out?
But honestly, like, you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about it.
There's a lot of things going through your head if you're going. Lots of women are actually going through this whole thing. Like, my mom actually told me that she went through it when she was younger, and she gave me a whole lot of her own ideas, like why it could happen. She was like, probably if we're meeting somebody, we have a new partner. Which is like so.
I never heard this one before.
It's like so weird because I'm like I didn't even say anything to her because I don't need to say anything to her that I'm a virgin. I mean, like, don't sort over here, but then you get me. Yeah, so
I just feel like most times people are like, this stuff you said now, they might tell you slept with people, you did this. There are so many things people say, so I feel like that's why so many ladies going through this are scared to talk about it. But then, like she said, you see that her mom experienced it, so sometimes this PCOS is genetic.
Yeah,
so that is probably why she has it. So if she had told her mom early enough, maybe we would not even, it would have not stalled for that long. Like, you would have handled it and it would have been over with since. You get? So you don't know if it's hereditary stuff or whatever that caused it. So be open enough to talk about it with your family, especially your mom, because you just need to voice it out so that you can know what to do. And whenever you're having issues, that's why we're not calling drugs here or name of hospital, because I don't want anybody to quote it that this babe said, or maybe we'll call drugs. Now you start buying the drugs when you don't even know if it's PCOS that's your own problem. Do you get? So when you have issues, go to the hospital. Don't be doing better make I no know. It better make you know, because
and it actually comes in different forms. It could not come the way mine did. It could have a different appearance altogether. I mean, most of the questions that I was asked when I went to the hospital was, are you having facial hairs? Are you going to have breast milk? So there is a lot associated with PCOS.
Are you bored?
Like, are you what?
Bored, like what did you call it? Getting thin hairs or what?
Okay. And then he said, are you bored? Like, bored. Okay, yeah, thinning of the hair.
Yeah.
You know this the hormone that mostly causes this is that male hormone, estrogen.
Yeah.
So when it's like very high in the female body, it upsets the ovary. And then you know how when pharmacists are always like ready to prescribe drugs to anyone. If you go with your eyes telling you they have something to give to you, if you go with your leg, they just have something
always
to give
have
to you.
something to
But
give to you.
almost all the times I went previously before I even started the whole hospital healthcare journey, when I go and complain, they always tell me go and do a test.
This
go
is
through the proper way.
reproductive
Your
stuff. Like
your reproductive
you
system.
cannot mess with it.
You cannot, and you can. There's no shortcut to it.
Yeah.
You have to know exactly what is causing it before you can handle it. If you are keeping quiet about it, you might not reflect now, because mine came out now to like tell me that okay, there's something wrong and you have to address it now.
And like
some
you
can
now,
actually
do you understand?
some can actually wait like later on. Maybe it's when you want to start having kids, because you can actually tamper with your
fertility
you will now know that okay, you have PCOS. Do you get? But if you start noticing things like this early, it's always proper to like
It's better.
pursue it.
Everything in this life is better you tackle it early enough so that you don't get long-term issues. Do you understand?
True.
So even this pap smear now, like, is a test that you should take like from the age of 21, right?
Yeah, so like
You
women
should-
between 20 and 30.
Yeah, you should be checking it, because you can have ovarian cancer, you will not even know.
Yeah.
So it's good to be checking it. Normally, I will not say I've always been checking, because initially I've never really seen the need. Do you understand? That's why it's good to be, what's the word?
exposed.
It's good to be exposed. It's good to read. It's good to browse about things. Do you understand?
Talk about it,
So I've not always known this, but when I got to know about it, I started taking it very serious, because this is like about my body. This is me. Do you understand? What am I without my reproductive system? Do you understand? As a woman, like, if I don't have it, I'm not a woman. So yeah, if you just need to be checking it from time to time, so you know if anything is wrong, you check it fast. Don't go and be saying that stigma. If I tell my mom this, almost speak out though, because if you go and die if you die now, you lose, guy. Like, if you are sick, you can treat yourself, you can be better. But if you die, you don't go. What's the law? Nothing can be done again. Nobody's resurrecting you. So help yourself.
Yeah, so
Help
this
yourself.
and it's I feel like this bleeding thing is not only PCOS. A lot of factors could be causing it. Like, I know about a girl, she's also a YouTuber though. I watched her story on YouTube, how she was talking about the whole thing. She had fibroid.
And she was bleeding too, right?
Like the bleeding, she said she has to when she goes, she takes us on the journey, her pad shopping. She would, when she views the, you know how you want to go and buy pad, us normally with normal flow, when we go to get pad, we would always want to go for fancy ones.
Yeah.
You get the ones that are looking cute. But when
You go for that one.
she will tell you that you are not here for fancy, we are here for weight.
This is serious business.
She says she stays in her bathroom, like whenever the period starts, her bathroom becomes her second bedroom, because the bleeding comes out so heavy. She's constantly changing her pad. It's you just have to check. Like, you really have to check any little like you said the other time. It's not only pregnancy you'll be checking. Every month you go and use Tuki and be doing blood test.
Just the way you are checking your period, you are checking for STDs. Check your own system
check your
too.
system,
Do the relevant tests. Check it, because it's not only pregnancy and infection that is the problem in this life. There are worse things. Like, there are worse things.
People are living with so much period related issues, like,
and they have no idea what's even wrong with them.
Do you get? And if they don't tell you, you would never know. You will never know what they are going through. Some people don't actually even see their period. Like, at a certain age it stops and it doesn't come out again.
Yeah, I actually know somebody Like
That
we stopped talking. Like we're not that close,
okay.
but I actually know she was not seeing her period for a very long time, and I kept telling her like check. She'll be like, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me. They say there's nothing. Who is they?
Who is there?
Is the person a doctor?
Or you went to browse, you went to check Google.
Google
Doctor.
is not. I know I said browse, you need to enlighten yourself about stuff,
But don't make your
people post
decisions.
things on Google. Everybody like
Don't
I can
make
post
your final
anything on Google and you
decisions
go and
based
read
on
it. Do you
those
understand?
Google.
Don't use Google. I'll tell you guys of my story. Don't use Google. Google will kill you if you are not strong, you will die.
Yeah, you will just stay at home and you'll be having.
Good.
You know, at some point I started reading about PCOS and I saw a lot of scary things. Like,
Yeah.
Google will show you. As I know that okay, I did actually ask these proper questions in the hospital, but you actually need to know. You actually need to ask proper questions because you can be at home checking, and you give yourself blood pressure. I mean, do you know when I went to the hospital the second time and I checked my blood pressure, I was actually high.
Because we are thinking now, do you get
Depression and everything, like it has. There is just a lot connected with it.
like when you see all these people with beards, some people will be like, na Igbo girls they get beards, blah blah blah. Shut up.
But
it might not even be anything because being hairy is different from this kind of hairs.
yeah.
Do you get? So be kind to people. You don't know what people are going through. People are going through so freaking
And
much.
that was also how I saw that they said be careful the way you comment about a woman's weight because you actually don't know what is causing the weight gain. Most of the questions, in fact, I was asked that question repeatedly by most of the doctors, by all the doctors I saw. By all the doctors I saw, they always asked, did you gain weight overnight? Were you like skinny in January and then in December you're like this big? But then I know that wasn't the case for me because I've always been on the big side. But
Yeah.
it actually, because it did not happen to me, because I didn't gain weight overnight, doesn't mean that someone else it won't be the same. Like probably it has happened, but you didn't even know why.
Yeah.
Like you just felt it was maybe a normal thing. You won't even link it to the fact that you're having these issues.
Yeah.
It could be a cause. Like there are lots of things associated with PCOS. Like it comes in various forms for different people.
Yeah. Imagine you just see someone few. If you know you're all those people that will just open your mouth, wow, you start commenting, saying what you don't know. Somebody will tell you they have, maybe somebody complain to you now like this PCOS stuff, like okay I'm bleeding, you start suggesting rubbish. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. You don't know what you can make somebody commit suicide, like for real. The depression is not a joke.
The jumping to conclusion leads to unnecessary stigma. Like
yeah, you just be there having stigma for something you don't even have. Like, do you understand? So just go to the hospital. Even when you're advising people, it's not like even if you have an idea about the whole thing. That's why even when she first told me about it, I was like, go to the hospital. Even if you have an idea, my dear, still go to the hospital. I know they say like some people you told me about herbal stuff now.
Okay, yeah, how the guy I was talking to about it, he said I should try some herbal medicine or I should go and meet these professional ladies that know how to massage tummy.
When you are not pregnant, what are they massaging? Let me be serious so that you guys will understand this. See, I'm not even saying herbal medicines are bad because I know a lot about herbal medicines. Like I can even make for you. But that's not the point. I'm not saying they are bad, but most of these people, they just know what they know. They just give, like if they've given it to like 2 people and it works and blah 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 blah, they feel like it's correct. They don't have concrete facts that like back up all these things. Some people. So that's why I always advise go through the medical way so you are sure and you are rest assured that yes, this is this. Because sometimes you go and take all these herbal stuffs and to mess with your system. You might not even have anything serious, but you are going to check for solution. Solution is ruining your life.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So do well to go to the hospital. Don't be ashamed though. Please, I know it might not be easy. I know it might not be easy. I hear and somebody say go and massage. Wetin concern massage with PCOS? I don't understand.
It's actually not easy coming out. Like I just feel like when I'm talking about coming out, I don't feel like it's no, but then I don't feel like it's difficult. difficult. Like it's so difficult. You always be like, why is it this difficult? Do you get?
No,
It's
do
not
I
supposed to be this
understand?
difficult. But
Like,
then, if I could do it again, I would have not. I probably wouldn't have left for that long. I would have found a solution
yeah, because
sooner.
the earlier the better.
The
Do
earlier
you
the better.
understand? I
Just
know it might be hard, but
and
try.
don't speak. Don't because they are saying speak up. You want to like speak up to every
Tell
thought you can
Wanile.
carry.
Tell everybody.
Make sure you tell the person that you know will help you. People that
Tell your
actually
mother,
care.
tell
Tell
your
your mother.
sister.
Tell your family.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's always your family.
Nah,
They
them there for
are
you.
the number one.
Yeah. So just try your best. If you have any issue that you know you are even scared, sometimes you can't even go to the hospital alone. It's not like you can't talk.
I
But
actually
do you
couldn't go to
understand?
the hospital
Yes.
alone. I had someone,
So
a very sweet person, follow me to the hospital and stay
Aww.
all the time.
So cute people that I love. As I was saying, I beg before I don't want to see anything love for this place. As I was saying, just try. Like try. You need the help. You need the conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes people can talk to you and you feel better.
Yeah.
So just try your best.
Depression is serious and
it's
depression
real.
and it's real. It's associated with this stuff. I had suicidal thoughts. I won't even lie. It's just
Then you will not see somebody that probably the person was slim and you not say, you don't fat though. No fat person like this. So the person now will not think like I'm fat. Blood is coming every day. I don't have a life.
Plus all your problems on your shoulders.
You even see devil is a very wicked somebody. Devil will bring you will not think of problems you don't even have before. Then before you know somebody will go and kill themselves. Then you now come, hey yeah, rest in peace. It's true that we rest in peace because as you don't know that sometimes fat or you too slim, you get ace. It's not funny. It is not a joke. Stop. So just be kind to people, like I said. Be kind. You don't know. People are going through hell.
We don't look like our problems.
Do you understand? Like, if you come out now and start saying, even as at that time, I'm sure people must have seen you, or if they saw you, they will not even know
have any
that
idea.
something is wrong. Do you get?
Like,
so,
I remember telling somebody one time that I was sick, and he was like, your sickness go past the normal period where women dey see.
Do you see? Like, you don't just know. So, go to the hospital, number one. I repeat, drag your ears. Go to the hospital when you have any issue. Do well to check yourself regularly. You're a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want something just enter my mind. See, you people should not be doing, don't be doing I'm okay or nothing, na small thing.
Yeah,
it's not small.
Or it's going to correct with time. Yes, it might correct with time,
and it might
not.
not.
That's why there's a might there. It's not 50-50.
Yeah, it's not sure. So check yourself, do the pap smear, do the infection test, everything, HIV test,
do
everything. Yeah, do the pap smear, very important. Check yourself regularly to know what is wrong. It's better you know.
Sugar,
it is what better you know.
BP.
Like I said, na who die na him lose. If you die, otilo, e don go, like it's freaking gone. Bye. Do you understand? But if you're sick now, you know that okay, I'm going to the hospital, I'm going to get treated, I'll be fine. Do you understand? So it's better you know than to be ignorant about the whole thing.
Yep.
So yes, babies, I'm going to be wrapping it up here because I don't want this video to be too long.
We really tried.
So yeah, we've tried. So yeah, if you're what to this point and you've not subscribed, can you tell me why? Because I don't understand why you never subscribe. Why? Please smash that subscribe button. She's not nice. She's not nice.
Please subscribe.
No, but you need to subscribe because guys, we're coming with like content, premium content. Like this is not just basic shit. And that's on period, not freaking cap. Stop playing. So yeah, you guys should please subscribe. I know they're proud of I beg. I just celebrated 300 subs which day here and I'm so excited. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. So still help me smash that subscribe button if you're not, because I need to increase. I need to be increasing. I can't be stagnant. You understand? Or we can't be going down. And leave a comment if you have any comments. If you have any question, she's going to answer you. Don't worry, she'll answer you. Leave your questions in the comment section. If you have anything to say it in the comment section. If you feel we're not, just so you guys know, we're not medical, we're not talking like medical stuff. Do you understand? But this is like her personal experience and we're sharing with you guys. So leave a comment for us, like this video, because we've seen a lot trying to shoot this video. I can't even lie. So like this video and share. Oh, you don't know who you might be helping, you don't know who needs to see this, you don't know who is considering committing suicide and stuff. So share this video so that you can create that awareness, so people can know more about these things and can easily and comfortably talk about it without feeling too bad about it. Yes, my loves, thank you guys so freaking much. I love you guys and I'm not even capping. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching my video.